Hey guys, how's it going? It's Tyler here, back with another episode of Pokemon Moon, and in today's episode, I believe we're gonna get to Sophocles, and we're actually gonna have to start reading the dialogue. You know, it's gonna be great. Alright, so let's just check out the area, because I know that there's probably gonna be some items around here. Yeah, there you go, Comet Shard. Done. Alright, thanks for that. And then what do you gotta say? Are you gonna give me something for... No, okay. And then... got this dude over here calculating. Computers better not fail. Photos of space. That guy knows what he's talking about. Photos of space are freaking amazing. They're thieves. They still manage to get work done, but it's not easy on the rest of us. Okay, if I remember correctly, there is a cell or something over here. Yeah, there we go. I wasn't 100% sure. But, like, that's one of the things that I remember of this place. Out of all the things I could have remembered. Shoot. Who do I want to lead? Currently, I changed Cabrawler out to lead, because I told you guys last time he does not need to worry about not leveling up. But I think, given the circumstances of what Pokemon are going to be coming out, I'm going to leave Salandit out front. So let's see what's going on. Alright. Sophocles. There we go. I thought it was going to do a freaking cutscene right away. Getting close to your goal. Imagine that you must come here to attempt the trial, huh? So, do you like Festival Plaza? Yeah, it's great. It's not, actually. I don't like it. It's horrible. They should have kept the PSS. Like, seriously. Connecting with my friends online to, like, battle and do FFAs and such. It's an absolute, like... It's an absolutely horrible experience trying to get it to work sometimes. Just because everyone has to be online, everyone has to have their teams ready. It sucks, really. But I mean, you know, it's whatever they had. I mean, honestly, like, maybe if in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, which I don't know when that's coming out, maybe, hopefully, they'll, do the thing. Okay, so I gotta do the audio thing here. Trial start. Here we go. What sound? It's a Pokemon Center thing. And a Pokemon. Dude, I freaking love the Grubbin evolution line. Like, I would've used them in my playthrough. Except I just didn't feel like waiting to get a Vikavolt into the final island is the only thing. If he evolved earlier or by Thunderstone, he would have been freaking amazing. Unless he does evolve by Thunderstone, which in that case, I'll definitely use him next time I play through the game. But as far as I know, he evolves in Pony Island, which sucks. Or Pony Island, I guess. Which really sucks, because I really did want to use him. As soon as I saw him, because he was like one of the Pokemon revealed before the game came out, as soon as I saw him, I wanted to use him, but I couldn't, of course, because Vikavolt's kind of hard to get, so. A Pokédon? And you get what? It's the Rotom Dex, right? Yeah, it sounded like the Rotom Dex. But freaking Vikavolt has such an amazing design, like, I just love it. The evolution line is really cool. Like, I absolutely love Grubbin into Charjabug. Charjabug's just fun for me. I don't know. He looks like a little bus, but it's like the, I don't know, it's like a charging port kind of thing deal. I don't know what it's actually, like, the Pokemon species is called or whatever, but it's like a charging hub, essentially. That's what it reminds me of. And I just absolutely love it. It's great. Like, it's such... The evolution line is just beautiful. It's my favorite bug out of all the, like... It's my favorite bug out of all the beginning bugs. Mainly because it's actually viable, like, for late game play. But, you know, okay, he wants to learn Payback. Alright, the door opened again. Got another thing here of the Totem Pokemon approaching. Which, this is pretty cool right here. I like this. It slowly builds it up. I mean, by now, though, you should know what it is. Alright. It's not Pyukumuku. It might be Grubbin, but I'm gonna say Charjabug because that was the last Pokemon that we opened, and a lot of people probably haven't ran into a Charjabug yet, so. But like, definitely, if I ever play through this again in some sort of like, not Nuzlocke, but in some sort of playthrough where I gotta choose what Pokemon I gotta use, like if you guys wanted me to do that, then I'd definitely use Grubbin, because there's a lot of Pokemon in this game that I'd love to use, like in actual play, but I just didn't have the, I didn't have the, game to play it. Like, I would probably play through Pokemon Sun, because that is the game that I have, like, extra. Pokemon Moon is going to be where I have my living decks, everything's going to be saved on this, I'm never going to play Moon again, essentially, unless I buy another copy, but currently I don't plan on doing that, because, well, I only need Pokemon Moon and Pokemon Sun, and I'll have everything that I need. But yeah, between this episode and the last episode, I did not look at what I actually need to do for Pokemon Moon to get all the Pokemon in it, but I will probably do that today yet, so I'll definitely, when this does become a completion series, I'll definitely have a Google Doc up for the things I'm going to be doing, because there's a lot of things in this actually, and if you guys want to suggest things now, even though it's not a completion series, feel free. Because it is definitely, like, it's definitely, like, you know, gonna be one eventually. Well, I mean, it's definitely gonna be one eventually because you guys have to choose them. But either way, like, if you guys think there's something that I should do in this game that you think I may not have on the list of things I'm completing, let me know. But when things do become completion series, I'll definitely have, like, docs for them, so don't worry. The only issue with that is, let's say, for Pokemon Moon, for instance, like, I'm gonna beat the game normally, and then the series is gonna be over, right? Well, it is, like, that's what's gonna happen, and then I'm gonna move on to a different game. But it's gonna be inserted into the list, the poll, or whatever, for the next completion series on Friday, after Super Mario 64 is done, and then it'll be viable. The only issue with that is when I bring it back, if you guys, oh shoot, I didn't want to attack the Charjabug, is when I bring it back, if you guys want to add more completion things, I don't have all the raw video files anymore, so like, let's say at first I wasn't counting how many cores I was getting or something, or how many cells I was getting, then I would have to check via like every location to see if I'd already gotten it or not. Like, I'd have to complete it again, essentially, because I wouldn't have the reference material to go back and check it, which wouldn't be that big of an issue, but also if it's something where, like, I can't check to see, like if it's a one-time item, then, you know, that's my own fault, I missed it. But if it's something that I'm not able to check, then I'm something I'm not able to check. I feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over again, so I'm sorry. But yeah, like, it's gonna be interesting, because this is like, it is essentially a trial here, a trial run of my channel here, that I'm going through, and it's gonna be exciting, hopefully, after these series ends. I know Super Mario 64 is coming up soon. I believe it's only got, what is it? This is the 13th episode of Pokemon Moon, right? It's only got 4 more episodes after this week, I think. Spoiler alert, sorry. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's gonna be changing really quickly. Because I honestly have no idea how long these other series are gonna last. Paper Mario is probably gonna last quite a while. But then Pokemon might also last quite a while, but like, I'm already about halfway through the game. Like, there's a lot of things that can change here really quickly, which is scary, because obviously for a while here I'm gonna have to choose what game I'm gonna be playing and stuff. But like, if I can't find a game in time, or, you know, it should be all fine. It's just me worried about things. There's not really any need to worry other than currently I used Beak Blast again. I meant to use Roost, so I wouldn't die here, so now I'm dead. You know what I just remembered? Decidueye isn't flying type anymore, so I'm not as weak against electric types as I thought I was. So here we come. Decidueye, Grass and Ghost, we're all good, and Vikavolt's probably gonna die on this next turn anyways. So, okay, I'm gonna Razor Leaf for the killing the Vikavolt part, just in case the burn, because the burn doesn't look like it's gonna kill actually. So I'm gonna Razor Leaf both of them here, so that the burn will definitely kill if I don't. Wow, crit on the totem. Alright, well cool. And now I just gotta kill that little thing. Charger Bug. Dang, level 35 already. Got 106 HP. Or as some people, HP, you know. Depends on your where you came from, you know, where you were born, what you grew up with. I guess where you're born doesn't really matter, because if you were born like in Europe and then you moved to USA, like within a year of your birth, well, before you started speaking, when you started like listening to people speak, I guess that's pretty close after you're born. But either way, like whenever you actually start speaking, you know, because that dialect will leave pretty quickly if you hadn't started speaking yet. Another trial done. All we have to do is care for our Pokemon. Defeated Totem Vikavolt. Look at him, he's so happy. Although 4 of my Pokemon died, but you know, that's cool. This game must be a monster to Nuzlocke. Like, I mean, thinking about it, like, there's only so many, like, routes in this game. It seems like there's a lot, because there's, like, the trainer's school, there's the outskirts, you know, all that kind of thing, but, like, there's a lot of routes, don't get me wrong, but there's not, like, as many parts of routes. Like, on the first island alone, there's maybe, like, I want to say 10 max. Because Route 1 is cut into, like, 4 or 5 different parts, but it's all one route. So, like, there's a way that you could cheat, quote-unquote, and cut each of those routes into a different encounter. But I think if I ever do a Nuzlocke on Pokemon Moon, or Sun for that matter, I will... Why did they have to add the little things in it? It looks dumb. I would have just left it a lightning bolt. It would have looked better. I think that I'll definitely only do 1 encounter per route that's actually, like, legitimately in the game. Although I'm not going to say I won't choose where I'm going to get the encounter, because, like, you can only get Grubbins in certain areas, you can only get this Pokemon in certain areas, you know, like, it'll definitely be interesting to say the least. Either way, though, you did great. Okay, so I don't know when I should start reading dialogue. I'm pretty sure I made it down the mountain, but not sure. And we get 2 Z crystals because yeah. I mean, he did battle us, yeah. The professor, it's now we gotta go all the way to Mally Garden though. But you know, we're not gonna go back to the bus because fast travel in a lot of games ruins the game. You know, okay, so I've been playing, I don't know if you guys remember, but I got a Nintendo Switch recently. About a week ago almost now, I think. And let me tell you, it's amazing. I only had Zelda for that week. I just got Splatoon 2 a couple days ago though, and it's been amazing. I absolutely love the game. But I had Zelda for about a week, right? And I realized as I was playing it, like, and that's not the first time I played Zelda Breath of the Wild. It's I played it on my Wii U originally, and then I sold my Wii U to get a Switch because I figured, there's not that many Wii U exclusive games. However, Paper Mario, that one on the Wii U, that one kind of made me sad after I realized I was selling my Wii U. I'm like, oh, I can't play that unless I buy a Wii U now. Damn it. That kind of thing. But like, there's not that many Wii U exclusives. So I sold my Wii U to get a Switch, and I realized as I was playing Zelda on the Switch that Breath of the Wild is very similar to Skyrim in a lot of ways. Like, not in the difficulty by any means. Skyrim is probably much more difficult, and the RPG elements are definitely toned down quite a bit. It's just in the way of the exploration in it. When I play Skyrim, I start off the game like I normally do, you know, I choose my character, make my character or whatever, then I walk to Riverwood or whatever the hell the town is called, and I do a bunch of little side quests before I actually start doing the main quest, and that's exactly what I did in Zelda. And then you find all these cool weapons while you're playing. You're like, dang, that's really cool. The only problem is, you know, in Zelda they break, but that's a really good mechanic because in Skyrim, like, you'll have a weapon for like a week of playing, maybe, like in game. Well, sorry, not in game, like in real life. You'll play it for like a week and have a weapon or a bow for a really long time. And then you come across the new one and you're like, should I switch it out or should I keep my old one? And then you have, quote unquote, an emotional attachment to the old one, especially if you've been using it for a really long time or you made it yourself, you know, like if you enchanted it and stuff, you made it yourself. It's difficult to let go of weapons like that for some people, not really for me. I don't really care. But that was one of the big things noted in Zelda, where the weapon breaks after like a really short amount of time, which really varies it from other RPGs and adventure games, like open world games, not adventure, like itself. And I absolutely love Breath of the Wild for not just that the weapons break. I don't love it because the weapons break. I just love it because of what it is. It's an amazing game, and I think that anyone who has played it understands what I'm saying, in the fact that it is a quite amazing game, and that if you haven't played it and you're a fan of Zelda games, or even just a fan of open world games, and you haven't played Zelda games, I definitely recommend playing it, because the game is standalone. It's not like, oh man, like, I played Wind Waker and now I'm playing Spirit Tracks or Phantom Hourglass or something, whatever the hell the other one's called. It's not like that, where the stories are kind of intertwined and there's like a history or whatever. They're still playable apart, but it's better if you play them in a row. But it's not like that. It's completely standalone and it's really fun. And I think anyone who likes open world games would definitely like Zelda, although the weapon breaking would be a new thing for a lot of people, I feel. Which, I mean, it definitely was for a lot of people already, but like, to just introduce it to people who play open world games would be kind of insane, I think. Alright, TM72 Volt Switch. See, it's like telling you the entire game's a huge advertisement for individual Pokemon, I feel. Like, there's the one area in Mali, or whatever, Kone City on Akala. Yeah, Kone City on Akala. There's a place where you get the Pikachinium Z or whatever. And she's like, yeah, if you have Pikachu with the Volt Tackle, then you can, you know, use this item on it. Come back and see me or whatever. And then directly to the right of it, right of that area, there's an Eviolite. And I know that you can't have an Eviolite and a Z Crystal on at the same time. At least I don't think you can. I don't believe so. However, it's still really interesting to note that they're like, here's an item for a Pikachu only, and then here's an Eviolite, you know, because we're definitely not trying to get you to forget that Raichu has an Alolan form or anything. And I get that Pikachu's the mascot, so it gets a little special treatment, but like, it's still like really interesting. And then now with Vikavolt, like, oh man, Vikavolt's super cool. I didn't think that Grubbin would evolve into that kind of thing, because a lot of people haven't seen a Vikavolt yet. If they're playing the game blind, that is. And like, then they have Volt Switch, and that's a fairly good move for, at least as far as I remember, fairly good move, and it's like telling you like, hey, you should go catch a Grubbin right now and try to evolve it into a frickin' Vikavolt, because Vikavolt's frickin' awesome, you know? Go do it right now. Oh, and here's, okay, so when the Pokemon Sun and Moon was being announced and like everything was leaking about it, I was pretty on top of it, right? Like, I was watching every video, like every like, oh man, like what if this Pokemon comes out with an Alolan evolution? What would it look like? Not every single one of them, because a lot of them I thought were stupid, but I was watching the Pokemon actual trailers, and I was just watching people's breakdowns of it, what they saw in the backgrounds, that kind of thing, you know. basic theories about the game. But one thing that Pokemon did not announce was the Geodude thing, and I didn't see that for a really, really long time until on the Pokemon Twitter, because I was waiting for my capture card to get here before I played the game, and that took freaking so long. Not very happy about it. I guess I never did a review video on my capture card, but like it took way too long for the capture card to get here. But either way, though, it was like on Twitter, I was scrolling through my feed, you know, like you normally do on Twitter, and I saw a Geodude, and I was like, wait a second, that Geodude looks off, because it wasn't its normal, like, grayish brown. It was, like, almost a steely gray. I saw it, and I was like, oh, shoot, did Geodude get it in Alolan form? Because I hadn't played the games yet, and they hadn't announced it in any trailers, and so I was like, whoa, that's freaking awesome. I wish I found out about that when I played the game. And that story doesn't really seem to have a point, but it's the point of, like, Minior. I really do wish that sometimes Pokemon didn't reveal a bunch of stuff about the game like they did with Sun and Moon. They revealed so much about Sun and Moon, and it kind of makes me sad because there was a lot of really cool things in this game that they could have waited to announce, or show off until the game was released so that people could have played it themselves, but they didn't. And it bugs me in a way because, like, just finding Pokemon like Minior or even Dewpider. Like, Dewpider, like, if I saw it in game, I'd be like, whoa, what is that? And I would have caught it. Like, because generally when I play a Pokemon game by myself and I'm not recording it, I'll go through every route, catch every single Pokemon that I can find, and then move on to the next route, do the story elements, whatever, you know, catch more Pokemon, and just keep doing that and make a team off of what I think is the coolest and what makes sense as far as, like, typing goes. But, with Pokemon revealing so much, I built a team, because I knew I was going to record the game the first time I played it. I built a team based off on type and what I thought about them immediately without playing the game first and figuring out which Pokemon I like the most. I like literally just based them off of type. I didn't base them off of looks. Although I do really like all the Pokemon in my party, it's just like I didn't get the same feel as if I was to normally play a game and figure out what they evolve into. Like, I don't know. I feel like I went in circles there and I didn't really get to the point, but sometimes I wish Pokemon didn't reveal everything about a game. And they didn't necessarily. They didn't reveal, like, Geodude as an Alolan form. But I feel like they did reveal a lot more than they needed to. And now that Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is coming out, I'm worried that they're going to release a lot of information about that. And I'm going to do my best. Ooh, there's a battle there. I'm going to do my best to actually stay as far away from that as possible. Because, well, I want to have an experience with that game. I'm going to probably record it when it comes out. But I don't know exactly. Either way, though, you may be wondering why the hell I'm not battling this guy yet. It's because we reached almost 25 minutes now, and so that means it's the end of the episode. So, thank you guys for watching this episode of Pokemon Moon. I hope you enjoyed it. I really do appreciate you watching through it. I know I rambled a lot in this episode, but, you know, commentary is commentary. So anyways, thank you guys for watching this episode of Pokemon Moon, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.